week's NFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Down. Red, 38. Strikers, 3-3. Ready?
They go bootleg. Love. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
With a start here to the ball game, you get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
Finding Williams once more, complete. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
52. Ready. Yellow, 22. Hut.
Throwing. Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Green Jack. 52 blue. Let's go.
To the air again. Love. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So on 4th down, Matthew Hayball on to punt. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Goff going to shift him around. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a 2nd and 8. St. Brown in motion right. Now Goff. So left side, it's complete.
taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Goff now looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again is gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Ready.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Now Love. And he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
4 down. Come on! High 20!
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Goes to Laporta, right side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 11 back on that one. It leads moves to third down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now a first carry here for the running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Gibbs straight ahead, fighting through, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Ric Flair. 180.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Go, come on! Like 20. What's up?
Back to throw, Goff. And that'll be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
180. 14. 14.
Here's Goff. Goes out left. It's caught by Williams. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At their own 24-yard line.
On the set.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Love. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Red, sight, black 40. Ready.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Oh, that's a big let off there on third down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
Black 22 needle. Set, ready. Blue 32.
To throw now, here's Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Blaster 6. Here we go. Here we ready.
Going back to Love. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Blue striker.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Down. Set.
Love looking to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Okay, ready? Let's go now. 33, yellow, switch, yellow. Hut, hut.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Come on, set. Yep, 60 red. Set.
Jacobs again. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Just beating the play clock is gone. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Well, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
On the set. Let's set.
Quickly out wide, this is Watson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
50, green. Claws red. Ready.
Love now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Black shot. Needle blue. Set.
Here's Love. And he fires Here's one incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Second and 10.
Set, hut, you, yellow, yellow, 22, white, white, green jack, hut, hut.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick throw here, that's complete. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
597. Ready?
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They go with Jacobs. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
Watch out now.
Back to throw. Love. Musgrave's got it outright. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Jacobs is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. That was signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal.
Let's go, strikers. 3-3, 40, smash, red. Hut.
Looking to throw. Love. Touchdown. Josh Jacobs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Dances by at the 20. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
Nate Hobbs there to bring him down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
7 yards there and a first down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
To throw is gone. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Go. 14.
Now gone. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Down the left sideline.
And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
McManus now for the extra point.
And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Packers 21, Lions 3. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Gone.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hot. We go. 76. 76.
Goff now looks to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Hold on. Check.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Out of the gun, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Now on 4th down, it's the punt team sending this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson.
79 yards.
And the Packers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
McManus's point after is good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
28. Lions 3.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Detroit.
Now it's gone.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
From the gun, here's Goff.
Finds Gibbs on the check down.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of there where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Hey, lift! Cut! Wait.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. It'll go as a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead is down to 28-10.
Lions 10.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Well, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
The Packers first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now again to Jacobs running right. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down the game.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs sending his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Packers are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. It across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And all the way down to the 35. 104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
The Lions first down. A gain of 42 yards on the play. And the Lions first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here we go. What's that?
Off play action. Here's Goff. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
76. 76.
One last throw here for Goff. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about